All right. We were talking about obstacles in spirituality, and one of the biggest obstacles in spiritual climbing and becoming more spiritual and elevating yourself spirituality is the following. We know that everything in the universe, in creation, is always in constant movement. We know that at 0 Kelvin, right, we stop the atomic movement of particles. There's no movement. There can't be lower than 0 Kelvin because no atoms are moving at that point. So one of the biggest and more important obstacles in becoming spirituality is to create no movement. In other words, being stuck. What do I mean being stuck? I'm not saying being stuck in the Grand Central, or in Kew Gardens for that matter, with all the traffic lights. I'm talking about being stuck in terms of your life. For example, let's say something happened to you in the past, or some incident that happened to you in the past, or somebody said something to you, or you got annoyed at somebody, and so on and so forth. And you always keep on living that. That's what gives you the koach, to go on. That's what you live for revenge, for all these things. That's called being stuck. You're always going to be stuck there. You're going to become immobile by this. The only thing that gets you going is this hatred or sense of revenge that you want to get. That's not going to allow you spiritual growth at all. That's a very bad stage to be in. Living in the past. There are people who live in the past all the time. And I got to tell you something, even watching reruns of hockey games from 1980, that's called being stuck here. That's called being stuck in the past. That means you're spiritually dead. You can't elevate yourself. The spirit needs what is called hitpa'alut. The neshama needs something to always excite the neshama, to bubble. It's like a ma'ayana mitgaber, like a bubbling brook. You need to always flow and be in motion. When you are stuck, you're basically frozen. It's finished. It's frozen. And I'm going to tell you something as a chidush for you. I'm going to tell you. So, in order to avoid this, you need to be in a movement, right? You always need to make a move, to go on. But what happens if I make the wrong move? I'm going to tell you the following. Even making the wrong move, as long as you are in the movement, is much better than being stuck. Because even if you make the wrong move, eventually you could correct it, and hopefully correct it, and then go into the right path. People who are Baalei Tshuva, they're in a movement. They were sick. They were trying this. They were trying that. I don't know. They were trying some guru in an ashram in India. They thought they were cows. They were using weed. Cows and goats eat weed. And you're trying this, trying sick and sitting something. A lot of people like this at the end became Baalei Tshuva. But a person that says, "There's nothing wrong with me. Ain't nothing wrong with me. I'm fine. I don't need to change. I'm the way I am." Those people can never make tshuva, and if you are frum already and you say there's nothing wrong with me, you're also spiritually in a bind here. You are in a spiritual swamp. You're stuck, and this quicksand is going to bring you down. So you really need to evaluate yourself constantly, and to see where are you moving, are you progressing, are you going places, are you evolving, are you alive? Because if you're not moving, you're dead. And there's such thing as called spiritually dead. So one way to do so is just simply forget about everything in the past. Whatever he did, whatever she did, he got me angry, he said hello to me, he didn't say hello to me, my mother nursed me, she didn't nurse me, let's just get rid of these things already, let's finish with this, Maybe it's not good for therapists, but we're talking about here about spiritual growth. We're not talking about those things. It's enough already. Just put it in the past, move on, get on with your life. Get on with your life. Don't get stuck behind it. And these are the biggest obstacles that you have. Well, your teacher in 3rd grade told you, or your principal in elementary school told you, and who cares about these things? Move on, leave it. Create a movement of your life. Create a movement. If you're going to stay the way you are, it's going to be very, very bad. Very, very bad. It's boring. Even if you think that things are solid and now move like mountains, they also move because the earth always rotating. Everything is a movement. That's why not being moving is maybe the most unnatural state in the universe. So for spiritual growth and spiritual health, you need to create a movement in your life. Dare to make a move. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. Make a move. However, evaluate all the time. As we said on Thursday, one of the things, velot taturu, right, when it says about the meraglim, it says also latur et haaretz, and Moshe Rabbeinu said latur et haaretz, evaluate, is it good, is it bad, and so on and so forth. Evaluate your heart. Don't say, okay, Baruch Hashem, I'm shomer Torah, mitzvot, I do this, I put tefillin, I'm good. Examine your heart. Is it good? Is it bad? Are you in movement? Are you not in movement? You're progressing? You are going somewhere? If you are stuck the way you are, that's a very, very bad thing to do. So in that happy note, have a good day.